Hey, what's up? So I thought about making this for a while and I figured I might as well start while it's still fresh. So this is just going to be like a tutorial through Watch Me Die, and it's going to be like the best thing I can provide. Like, I can't provide every single little detail because like there's just some things you have to find out for yourself. So beyond just telling you to play the game, this is just going to be me giving you all the relevant information that I'm thinking of when I'm doing runs. So I'm just going to like point out every little thing that I'm thinking about, what I'm like reminding myself to be aware of, and what to like avoid and what to try to skip and stuff. And hopefully this will just give you a little head start if you do try to play Watch Me Die, because there's so many things you have to keep track of. It's like it's just overwhelming. So hopefully, if you're a little intimidated, this can get you to motivation to try it out, I guess, and go for a faster time. So I guess with that, I'll just start playing my record run, my 36:58. I'll use this as my kind of template. So I guess from start, it's about like the settings and stuff before we even do the run. Like, I don't know how much I should explain it, but I guess I'll go over some of the small things. So like obviously you want your brightness to be maxed, and you want your control scheme set up such that you can move, without having to fight the controls, basically. So I would highly recommend having strafe left on C left, strafe right on C right, and then use button on like C down or something that you can easily hit, and then to have reverse, the D-pad reverse button mapped to a button you can also easily hit, like the R button or something, so that you can go backwards with your neutral reset. So other than that, it's pretty much up to you. If you do go for the world record or close to it, you're going to want to know that you need to have the strafe on action. It needs to be mapped to your D-pad. And the reason this is the case is because to do the 32 unit bar clips, you need to have, well, you don't need to, but it's strongly recommended that you have the what's it called, have this buffered before the pause ends, because you need to have it held down before you unpause. And if you hold down anything other than D-pad before the game unpauses, it'll actually like advance the menus. The D-pad's the only thing that does not advance the menu. Hence, this is why I have it on there. So just keep that in mind. If you do go for 32 unit bar clips, you want to have strafe on a D-pad button, or just find a different way to do it that doesn't require that. And so other than that, it's pretty much straightforward as far as the controls go. You can just copy mine if you want. Obviously it works if you don't want to have to try anything weird. So other than that, I guess we will just play the run here. Let me see if I can actually get my mouse on screen. I guess I can't. It's kind of annoying, actually. Oh, there it is. Never mind. Okay, this will help me point things out. So the first thing we're gonna show you here is the very first level in the very first room. There's already something you have to worry about. And you see the shotgun down here? For all runs, no matter what difficulty it is, you're going to want to slow down on purpose. So like you spawn, and normally you're holding up on the stick, right? But here you just let go of the stick. You just walk off normal speed. But you can't even do that. Even you have to hold down for like 1 frame. So like whenever you see your ammo pop up on screen here, you just hold down for 1 frame, or 2 or 3 or 4, whatever you want. Just enough to slow you down so that when you do just let go of the stick to jump off at normal speed here, you grab the shotgun instead of going over it, because otherwise you'll jump over it. And then obviously when you get that, you have to be ready to shoot these guys here. Not much to this. I do get this health every time you have time to get it. It's just a habit. Even if I have 100 health, I just go for it. Just, muscle memory or whatever. So yeah, you definitely want all the health you can get. Alright, so this part, you want to just do this fast, because like this dude's gonna close the gap here if you go too slow. So really focus on killing this guy as soon as you see him, and then should do a very quick backwards turnaround once you hit this switch, so you get around that dude. And I guess just this will be like a general just tip, is to just be very deliberate in all of your actions. Like when you play this game more and more and more, you're gonna want to just like subconsciously, you're gonna be trying to do things faster and faster and faster, and then you just have to like constantly remind yourself, like just hesitate by like 1 frame and just make sure you're lining up your shots before you actually shoot. And this will increase your consistency so much that it'll make the time loss you take to hesitate way worth it, because you won't be resetting a lot. So you see here, like I could like cut this closer to the wall, but I just don't, because it's not worth it. So I'm not going to point at it every time I do this. I'm just going to give you this tip now, and you can kind of just implement it to the degree that you want to later. But just like the general rule for this game is just to be very calm, collected, and just focus on consistency as much as you can. Like even when you think it might be a bit too much, it probably isn't. So with that, we'll just keep playing here. Obviously, you could get killed a lot in this level. You want to go around. You want to go around this first dude. It's just too hard to do the Be Gentle strat, because this guy will close the gap and you're going to get blasted by both of them way harder if you go inside. So just go around, hit that switch, and the major key for this part here is to just don't get stuck on this wall that drops. Like you want to have full speed going through here, and if you just have full speed getting to this point, you're home free basically. You just hesitate. Like what you'll do is you get past here, and now if you're just want to be safe, you're going to grab this health, obviously, and then you're just going to want to stand here for like a 1/4 second. And this gives the time for the pinkies behind you to move this way. Because if you just go right to the switch, like the IL strat, the pinkies will be clustered on the left side of the room still, and you will get stuck. So you like stand here for like a 1/4 second, then hit the switch, and you'll have plenty of room to get out. And okay, so here, the next thing we worry about is there's a pinky that comes out of this trap room. He will come over here and block this like half the time. So what you want to do here is, if he is here, just like back up, like back right or back just straight back for like a couple tenths, and then just go left. And sometimes the pinky will go right and let you go, sometimes he won't, but this is like the only reasonable way to get past him if he is here. Or you can just kill him too, but it's very slow, obviously. So yeah, if you're not dead, hopefully you can get past these guys and clear it out. And obviously the imp, you want him to die, but he doesn't die sometimes. It's kind of troll. So here we go, map 2. So you have time to kill here with this door waiting to open, so I would recommend just killing hit scanners over here while you have the time to do so. You can get 3 shots off before you're going to lose time. You can do 4 shots if you're like super fast, but I would recommend just 3 shots, and then meet back the doorway opening, and then you're going to immediately shoot these 2 guys. And now, key bump. This is a super troll, obviously. But I just do this safely. Like, there's no reason to risk like getting it from the other side, like the Be Gentle or whatever. Just like kill these dudes, go around, just do safe attempts. There's no reason to rush this that much. And unluckily I do get it first try, and it is nice. Well, I got Discord popping up over here. Anyway, so yeah, if you get this first try, obviously it's nice, but I would just, whenever you get the key bump, like maybe don't like back up for the next attempt if you do miss it immediately. Like kind of hesitate like a couple frames. That way if you do grab the key, like right here, you can hit this switch before you get away from the activation range, and it's a nice little time saver to get out of there, because obviously the timer starts when you hit the switch. You want to hit the switch as soon as you can. So yeah, obviously we're in a auto scroller now. All this is irrelevant. So not much to say here, basically. Just make sure you get all your health and ammo that you can get on the way. And here you're going to want to step to the right and then circle back left. This will bait the imp that's blocking you on the left to the right most times. And I got unlucky there, but such is life. And depending, if you enter this room with like 20 health, you're gonna want to kill like 2 or 3 of them before you hit the switch. Otherwise, you're gonna get killed trying to mash the switch. Because obviously you're mashing the switch because you don't know when it's gonna be hittable. And we're free. So yeah, you're going to want to grab that Berserk almost every run. Even if you have 100 health, I would recommend getting it, because there's specters in a hallway later, and if you get trapped in that hallway without a Berserk, you're screwed. Time-wise, health-wise, basically everything, so just get it. Alright, so this room, you want to do this room fast. If you don't do it fast, you're going to get killed. Or you're going to have to do it super slow. So this shot right here is really important. You want to kill both these guys. You'll get good at this if you practice it a lot. Like, just line it up like that. And if they don't, if you don't kill them both, like, just keep going. Like, you're just gonna have to, because what happens is if you sit here, if you stop in place and start like trying to kill everything you miss, you're gonna end up getting shot way more than normal. So like, you just have to go. Your whole goal is to get out of this room as fast as you can. So kill what you can along the way. I got kind of bad luck, or not, I kind of moved poorly there. That was my fault. And so yeah, get your rockets over here after you open the switch. I almost die here, like you can see why I say that room is dangerous. So this room here, you're going to want to just kind of zigzag through the specters here. You want to go left, right, left usually. Almost always it works. And if you get stuck on the last specter, that's when you use your Berserk punch. And then obviously get the Soul Sphere, which you're always going to be getting no matter what. And then get to the end here. So main engineering, it's not too much to worry about here. Just kind of be sure that right here, like this trigger, don't go too fast, or you're going to skip the trigger for this room to transform. So just kind of inch over that trigger there, kill as many imps here before the transforming ends. Now this is a key example of being deliberate. Like, wait until your shot is lined up. Don't try to rush these shots. So what you can do here is, if you just like sit here and wait for this imp to go up the stairs, you can turn around and get both of them at once. Easy. And that was obviously just bad luck with the super shotgun spread. Like, I shot that correctly, but yeah, anyway, get the invulnerability here. And okay, this room is really, really, really bad. So first off, your first priority is not to get stuck by this Kako. So it turns out, if you just hug this right wall the whole way, you should be able to get past this dude every time. But that means before you open this door, already be on the right corner. If you open this door in the middle or on the left and then go right, it'll ruin it and you'll get stuck. So like, wait till you're on the right side, or like almost all the way. Like I kind of push it a bit because I know what I can get away with. So be on the right side, then open it, then you can blast these dudes, and then just hug the right side until you get around, and you should be able to get around every time. It's consistent for sure. So if you get stuck ever, you're doing something wrong. And then shoot Kakos you see if you can without losing time. Just like shoot them along the way. And the reason this is important is because the 2 Kakos you need to kill to spawn the yellow key, the one in the left corner there and the right corner here, or right, left, whatever, it's going to be easier to tell which one is which if you do lose track by, if you shoot them and they don't die, then you know that it's most likely them. Because if you've weakened all these Kakos, like you shot that dude once and you shoot that dude once and that dude once, most likely they're going to die in another shot. So if you do shoot them, you'll know because they die that they're not the right one. And so this is watch me die, so you need to actually jump off the edge here, and this means you cannot hit this thing as it's coming up. If you hit it as it's coming up, it'll actually not come back down because you haven't waited for the script to finish. So you're gonna like hesitate here, wait for it to come up, then hit it, which is exactly what I do here. And see, I try to shoot that Caco there to identify him later in case I get lost. So you jump off here, you want to grab this rocket pack for sure, and then turn immediately around and stand right in this corner, and that will be spawn preventing one of the key trigger enemies, the Caco here, which will help you just much, help you with having to keep track of 2 Cacos, and this time you only have to keep track of 1, So there's the 2 Cacos, and then you have the 2 imps on the other 2 corners of the wall, or the room. So the imps are probably the dumbest part of this room. So this one, he's either going to be spawning right here, or he's going to be spawn prevented by a Caco who's standing here. So if you don't see this guy spawn, just don't worry about him. He won't be, he's not existing. So he is here, I have to kill him, and then immediately, so what you want to do here is, because you kill this guy, or because you have to kill him, I would go walk over here. And what that does is it baits this Caco and that Caco on the left. It baits them over here. So if you stand over here to kill that dude, then come back around, you'll be able to go around them more easily, which you'll see here. Now I can go around. Now, still kind of janky, it is Doom. It's not guaranteed. So now I know that these 2 are the 2 that were already there, and this is the one I have to kill. And usually you can tell which one is the right one, but sometimes they get kind of weird spots. Anyway. And I think I kind of second-guess myself. Sometimes I'm not paying attention in runs, so I kill both of them just to be sure. And then, I got some bad luck with that dude rising in front of me. So overall, this room went really badly, but, I can't cry about every second lost. It's kind of annoying. There's also, I forget where this trigger is, but there is a trigger somewhere between that room and this room that skips the trigger of spawning the rocket launcher in the middle and the 2 imps that block the room. Try not to skip that. So just go slowly around these couple corners. I don't remember exactly where you need to be slow, but you can look it up on Doom Builder if you need to. Anyway, yeah, just kind of do your baiting to get them in nice lined up shots. You can run past all these dudes if you play it to lure them properly. It's not huge though. And then here you're just going to want to shoot a few rockets to clear out these guys. You can use a super shotgun, but you're going to get eaten up by the Lossels a lot more. So 2 or 3 rockets I'd say is good, and then definitely get these rockets here. It's for even simpler. You need every rocket you can get. And get that, of course. The armor. Any armor you can get is super huge. Super huge. Okay. Alright. So this is really important. This whole room goes to complete shit if you don't do this whole strat properly. So this is a very, very, consistent, yet if you do mess it up, it just goes to chaos. So, you want to be sure you don't mess this up. So basically, you're going to open this switch and immediately shoot to the right. And this should kill the first Spectre. If it doesn't, well, you're going to get screwed. Sorry. And then immediately come to this barrel here and wait for the Spectre to come in line of sight, and then shoot him, but make sure the barrel is still going to get part of the shot. And this will blow up the shotgun guy next to you too. And obviously get clear of the barrel before it explodes so that you don't die. And then immediately after you shoot that, you can turn around, and then this Spectre here will be here. Sometimes he's in the elevator. Sometimes he'll be in the elevator, and the elevator will go up, and you won't even be able to find him. Most times though, he comes out like this, and then just shoot him. So if you do turn around and you do not see him, he's probably in here. Just keep that in mind. And then the other shotgun guy there is on the other side there. So get the soul sphere. Just kill everything before you try to go past it. It's not worth it to try to go around, unless you're a pro like me. You can do that if you want to as well. Obviously not necessary either. That was obviously not intentional either. Nothing too much craziness. Nothing too crazy left. I mean, this dude. Obviously, this guy's not normally here. He's gonna be dead, so don't worry about him here. But yeah, just go right here and then just kind of like hug the wall so that you don't get killed by this guy. Here, I kind of had to get creative on how I dealt with that room. And then get around here and then make sure that you have full speed going into this room. Like, so back up after you open it. And then as soon as you have a gap to go, just shoot past. And you have to keep moving after you hit the switch, otherwise you'll get hit. You know, because you're vulnerable after you hit the switch. So just keep that in mind. Okay, so this imp back here, just kill him. Like, it seems minor, but kill this guy. Like, take the half second to kill him. Otherwise, he's gonna like open doors for you that you don't want to open, and they're gonna allow like lost souls and shotgun guys to blast you and eat you. So, yeah. Now, for this part, I would recommend killing the Hell Knight behind me here. There's a Hell Knight around the corner to the left. You probably should kill him. If you're crazy like me, you can just skip him, but you know, obviously you can choose how risky you want the run to be. Yeah, I guess here, be sure that you get past this cleanly. Like, if you get stuck by a Spectre, then just kill him, but like, if you don't get stuck by a Spectre, then kind of just like make sure that your shot doesn't hit the Spectre and instead hits the barrels, so you can just continue. Just saves a bit of time. And here's another example of wanting to be deliberate. Like, just hesitate. Make sure you line up these lost souls. And I just failed my own strat there, but you can kill both the lost souls at once if you do it properly. Like, there's a lot of time you can save by just making sure you kill two things at once. So yeah, the rest of this part's pretty hard. I'd recommend killing him too. If you don't, though, you're going to want to get close to him like this, so that it baits him away from this gap. Like, you have to come over here so that he gets away from that gap. And normally you can get past him without getting stuck. Like, I just kind of played it poorly there. And then yeah, I can get out. So if you're doing bar clips, you're going to want to kill this dude on the elevator, obviously. So I think chain gun's the best way to do it. Immediately switch to rockets or super shotgun. I'd actually recommend super shotgun because you can face rocket on these beams super easily. But if you don't want to use super shotgun, you can use rocket launcher if you're very careful. Kill this dude. Alright, so things to kind of know here. I kind of get in the back of this corner and I line up the center of my screen with the oops. I kind of line up the center of my screen with like around here-ish. You know, there's a window. You don't have to be perfect. And so just general strategy on these 16 unit bars is just like you have to get stuck on the left edge, right? So just keep shimmying along it. Just keep trying to shift along this until you get stuck. Like, don't like back up a whole bunch and reapproach. Just like keep sliding up against it left and right until you get stuck. And I got stuck first try, so that was good. Now lining up your angle from here, stand in the back left corner again and line up with the center of your screen, basically like in this territory here. And then that'll be the right angle to clip back out. If you do like shoot with the right angle and nothing happens, so like you're wanting to shoot when your bobbing's at the top, you know, when your head bobs up and down, you want to shoot when your bob is up. That creates more lag. And if you shoot with the proper, you know, maximum bob height and you don't clip, then you probably need to adjust your angle by like 1 pixel, so you'd be like hitting your D-pad or whatever you have to turn right or left just by like a tick to move your angle more right or more left. You'll kind of get it with time to know which direction you need to go. But here I get pretty good luck. Then I'll obviously do this puzzle here for the soul sphere. You'll definitely want the soul sphere no matter what pace you're going for. This Hell Knight, again, I recommend killing with rockets or something, because he'll wreck you if you don't. You know, he wrecks me most times, but I just have to be risky in this run because I wanted a really good time. If you do not kill him, the way you avoid getting wrecked, at least coming into this room, is you do a J around here. So like you're gonna open this door, like you come around here, open this door, and then you're gonna come backwards. So you're gonna just hold R or whatever your reverse button is, and this will avoid the green fireball that is gonna hit you right here. So you'll see me like open, back up, and then you're gonna want to go on the right side here because if you go on the left side, you're gonna get wrecked. Just trust me. So try to kill both these dudes in one shot, which usually you do, and then you should be pretty home free. Like sometimes the lost soul will still follow you around the corner, but nothing you can do if that happens. Just pray that he doesn't kill you, and then be nice and slow and just easy going here. Kill this dude and just wait the cycle out. Like just wait the cycle until you're sure you can get in here without getting crushed. With this Hell Knight that I kept alive, I can't afford to get crushed at all here. So just play the super safe, drop out, wait another cycle, then you can go. Just play it nice and easy, and then get out. And you can clip these bars, but I just don't think it's worth it because you're going to be skipping all these rockets in here. Maybe for Be Gentle you can try it. I guess for this room, to avoid this Hell Knight, you definitely do not need to kill this Hell Knight. He should always be dodgeable. So what you just do here is you just hit that switch and then just kind of back up and just pain chance him as you run by. Just shoot him so he can't melee you. And then the movement in here is kind of tricky. It looks easy, but it's not really. You want to like get these 3 rockets, then hit the switch, then go left to avoid the fireballs that are going to be coming at you. So you go left, and then you're going to want to do like a S around here to grab that rocket launcher, that rocket, and get out, and you'll see. And then now I turn around and do the S. And this should not happen. This is an extreme rarity, so ignore this. Know that it can happen. If it does happen, then you have to do what I'm doing here, is just run around and wait for him to get around. Like, you can't stand there and then just take the shots. You're going to get killed. And again, for this area, you do not need to kill the Hell Knights, but you need to be very, very careful. You need to be very sure that you're going to be not getting stuck as you get around them. Because if you get stuck and lose a half second, then the Hell Knights will converge and lock you into their tight corridor of doom here. So just make sure you kill this imp. Make sure this guy's on the far left, and then you can go around him. And then just make sure that you're not going super fast going into here, because you can skip the trigger to go into this exit, and then you're doomed, because like that dude's gonna close that side, the other dude's gonna close that side, and you're just gonna get gnawed to death. So yeah, that's basically it for that level. I'm gonna take another drink here. Alright, so Alpha Quadrant, obviously you're gonna kill both these cacos. If you don't hear them die, like that, then you're gonna have to just remember that and kill them later. Here I would just attempt, like, you're gonna want to like kill them one at a time, but think of this hallway as if like all 3 of these dudes are one dude. So like get a line that has all 3 of these dudes in your single line of fire, and then just like keep firing. Like, don't try to aim here, then aim here, then aim here, because you're just gonna mess up more just with experience. So just like pick a line that will hit all 3, and then just stay facing the angle, and then just keep shooting like that, and then turn and wait and see how I line up everyone in my shot, and then I shoot, then I go, and I line up everybody again, then I go, line up everyone again, and I had to do a slight adjustment there because I messed up, but you get the point. Okay, so this room, you're gonna die here a lot if you're newer. There's no way I can really recommend, nothing I can recommend that will make this easy besides just be good. So you're gonna stand here, and as soon as this dude is vulnerable, you're gonna want to shoot one shot here, one shot in the middle, and then one shot over here. And pray to God that he dies in 3 shots. If he does not die in 3, you're gonna probably get owned by everything. So Yeah, and then after that you can be safe with this guy. He can't screw you because you have plenty of room. Get the backpack, get the key. Don't go too fast in this area. There's a trigger here that if you skip this trigger, it will make the exit blocked. So if you go to the exit elevator and there's a big wall blocking the top, come over to this lift, walk through here slowly, and then come back around, just as a side note. And these lost souls, I'd recommend getting a chain gun out and chain gunning every single lost soul. Like if you leave a single lost soul alive, like you're gonna get screwed a lot. Obviously, I'm going for a sick time again. I just don't kill them because I'm trying to go fast. Rocket all these dudes. Pretty self-explanatory. I've tried to skip them. It's not really possible. I mean, it is possible, but you get killed way too much for it to be worth it. You only have to kill 2 guys, though, and I'd recommend aiming for the Hell Knights since they die earlier than the Baron. So kill the 2 Hell Knights, and then you can run past this dude easily. Because it's easy to go around one guy, because you can just pain chance him as you run by. Like, stun him, so he can't melee you. And then do it again once you come back up. And just like that. So, okay. This part's sort of important to note. Is like, you cannot go up the middle elevator in this next room until this lift script ends. So like, take all the time in the world to set this jump up. Like, there is no reason to rush this jump, because this lift has to come back down before the next lift can come up. So take your time there. Take your time killing, like shoot 2 or 3 times on these imps just to clear them out. Otherwise, if you just come in here and come straight to this middle elevator, it won't go up. You'll just, like, nothing will happen. So just kill some time to kill these imps first. And then I'd recommend killing that Spectre, and then definitely kill this imp. Because if you don't kill this imp, he's gonna, like, fireball you when you clip inside the blue key here. And then what I do here is I stand in the back corner, and I aim my middle of the screen to, like, this area. Kind of generally, and then you just let go of the stick. Don't hold up, just let go, and you'll get right into the windowsill. If you, yeah, see, I was aiming like right here. You want to aim more like right here. So now I'll clip in, and now generally for these fence clips, you want to just like feel it out. Like, you don't want to get second try, third try clip, because then this Baron is going to own you. So like, try very, very hard to get a very clean attempt on this clip. Make sure that you're nestled all the way into this corner. Like, if you see that you're in this little windowsill, but you're not all the way inside, let go of the stick, and then you should inch forward into the gap even more. So like, as a general rule, when you're not all the way stuck inside of a window thingy, let go of the stick, and it should advance you all the way in. And then just like wait for your max head bob, shoot at the top, and then just like turn just a little bit. Just turn a little bit. Don't turn like a whole bunch. Don't only shoot and not turn. Like, just turn a little bit, enough to get your angle towards, you know, inside. So yeah, just turn like a little tick. And coming back out, you have a little more leeway since you're kind of blocked away from most of the line of fire, but you can still get shot at in there, so you want to get out quickly. And then grab these 2 rocket packs over here for even simpler. And then this Baron over here will very often be firing at you right here. So just be aware of that. Like, I've gotten killed jumping off of this from the Baron all the time, so just be aware of that. Be very deliberate. Drag all 3 of these guys right before you even attempt to go around. Don't rush this at all. And then extremely important is to slow down right here. If you speed up and skip this trigger, you're dead. So don't skip that trigger for the lift to rise, because yeah, you're dead if that happens. Alright, so trigger skip here. This is a very important trigger to skip, but there's no setup. So the only setup there is to be good. Like, if you run through this corridor perpendicular, or I mean parallel to these walls, so that you don't want to go this way. You don't want to go that way. You want to go along the wall. if you go along the wall as you're, running into this door, it'll skip every time. So like the ideal way to go through the room is to actually like be on the right side here and to like grab these little health potions as you run past. But because these are close to the wall, I would not recommend getting these health potions because like it will more often than not get you stuck on the wall, and if you get stuck, obviously you're not going to skip this trigger. So just go through the dead center, and if you go parallel, you will skip it. And if you don't, you're just going to have to shotgun your way through, and you're probably going to die a lot. And I don't know what I'm doing in this room. I just screw up a lot. Okay, so keynote here: if you're down on rockets, if you know you have too few rockets, mash use on this side of the wall here, this little secret door here. It'll open up a secret, and then you see this thing, there's another one right over here on the other side of the room that has 2 rocket packs in it. You can get it, with only like 5 seconds detour. So that's just like an extra 10 rockets in case of an emergency, basically. And then obviously make sure you get all 4 of these rockets. And then shoot this guy, stand over here, line up your freaking jump. Like, don't do it as fast as I'm doing it here, because if you fall off here, it's just wasted time and health. Like, don't do it. Just line it up. Take your time. Like, I don't remember exactly what the visual cue is, but find the visual cue. I think it's like the middle of your screen, like around here, or the exit sign, or I think it's like this. If you back up all the way, I don't know. You got to figure it out. And then obviously when you open this door, you want to be on one side. If you open this door and you're standing in the middle, you're going to die. So stand, like, you're going to want your jump to land right here or right here. If you land on the left side, like I do, then what you'll do is immediately go right. If you're on the right side, you're going to want to go left, because obviously this dude's standing in the middle of the room. And then shoot him if you want to. And then once you hit the switch, you're kind of at his mercy. You can't really avoid the shot he'll give you. So yeah. Not much to this. Don't get killed in the first room if you're lucky, and then middle of the screen, right on this thing. Let go of the stick. Wait until you snap into the window. So like, you let go of the stick to snap into the window. If you don't snap in, you're not going to clip. Snap in. You should clip first try every time. If you do not clip first try, your angle is bad. So like, back up and reset it up. Otherwise, you're going to get pelted by imps all day. And then get to white out this text. Oh man, I'm thirsty today. Okay, so you're going to die here a lot, because you cannot avoid getting shot from behind by these mancubi. So you're going to want to be very careful, and you're going to be just like hoping you don't get shot, but just make sure that you're killing everybody before you move on. Like, don't rush this at all. And you're gonna learn ways to move such that you decrease your odds of getting hit. I can't really like tell you how. And there's plenty of like little 25 health packs all over the place that you can grab too. Shoot 3 rockets at this guy. Always shoot 3, because if you don't kill him, it just ruins the whole, like, this whole Hell Knight section is very consistent unless you mess it up. It's a common theme in this game. Like, everything can go according to plan unless one tiny thing goes wrong, and then everything falls apart. So shoot 3 rockets so that you guarantee this guy dies. And see, I should have shot 3 there, because if I didn't, he wouldn't have died. And then there's a route here. You just want to like study this route, practice this route. It's kind of complicated, but you have enough time to shoot both of these guys to not get shot from behind by the Hell Knights behind you. So like, shoot like 3 or 4 rockets here. Kill 1 at least, then grab the mega armor to the side, and then finish them off. Or you can just kill them both. It's just kind of your choice, but just be cognizant of these dudes firing behind you. They can hit you from behind. But definitely grab the mega armor. Grab any health you can. And then this guy will always be right around this corner once you come by. So like run over here before you start shooting, because sometimes he won't even be here. He'll be like back here. So you're like always just by default go here first. Then you shoot him. Grab some more health if you need it. Grab the soul sphere. Grab the rocket packs. These two guys should always be right here. And then there should be one more dude here. And that was unlucky, but yeah. And as soon as you kill this guy, you need to get into position right around here to spawn prevent one of the barons. I don't really know a visual cue. I just kind of know where to stand. It's like just look at where I am and deduce where it is. Find some setup you want for it. And then you're going to want to grab this rocket pack, grab the invulnerability, and then grab the rocket pack right here. Now, what you do not want to do is if this Baron is standing literally right on top of it, just run past. Like I make the mistake here of trying to get it when I shouldn't. So I just can't get it, so I have to just keep going. And look what happens. I pay the price. Now I waited too long, and now this pain elemental has moved from over here to over here, so I have to like run past this dude now and waste time and waste rockets. So, okay, everything, all these Mancubi, there's a set number of rockets you're going to be shooting at them all the time. You shoot 2 rockets on this guy, run past. Then shoot 3 to 4 here, depending on how much it needs to kill him. Then shoot 1 to 2 more on this guy. Then shoot 3 on this guy, 2 on this guy. That always works. I don't know why, it's just the way it is. 3 on that guy, 2 on the next. I think it's like the dart damage is just always the same. And then this dude over here, 3 to 4. And then this guy is not normally here, this pain elemental. So you should have a clean line of fire on this next Mancubus. Very rarely the Mancubus behind me that just died, he will be up here too. So if you like turn this corner, coming this way, and you don't see the Mancubus back there, he's probably up here with this guy. Just as a little side note. So kill that dude, and then try to keep these barons clumped together, because like your splash damage is very important here to kill them quickly. So you don't want to like grab the rocket pack here, and then you want to go around here and grab that rocket pack there. Like this one, I think it's this one that you should have already gotten, I forget, but just make sure you grab all the rockets if you need them, because you're probably going to be very, very low on rockets at this point. And then yeah, just kind of circle straight this area, because there's going to be lost souls all over the place face rocketing you. So, and then I always forget which way to stand on these pedestal. I don't know like how to tell where I am in the level, so maybe if you can find a way to know where you're at, you can be prepared for that. So these imps here, just make sure you kill 4 imps in 2 shots. Just make sure you do that. You don't want to have to use 3 shots to kill 4 imps. And kill, if you're doing the bar clip here, kill every single imp that you can see without leaving the room. Don't leave this room, because if you kill every single imp, then all the Hell Knights, or not the Hell Knights, but the Pinkies will spawn, and that'll screw up your ending. So kill only the imps that are in the room. They won't come in anymore. Once the door closes, you're fine. So just kill all the ones that are inside the room. Then you can attempt the clip here, and you can find my video on my YouTube channel for how to clip these. You know, it's hard to explain right now, so I'll get it second try because I'm bad. And it is possible to clip this door, by the way, but it is rare. Alright, so this whole section is terrible. Grab whatever health you need to get 100 health, unless it's like, you know, if you have 99 health, don't obviously grab one, but kill all the lost souls up here, grab as many of these armor pack things as you need, and then you're going to want this energy on the left, because it's 100 cells. Like, it's really powerful to have that many cells, so it's worth it to come over here. But the problem is all these lost souls are here, so like you have to kill these dudes. And it's debatable whether you should go for this trick, because this trick's hard, but if you do it, it's very safe from after the trick to the end of the level, because like you're going to be skipping all the lost souls that spawn in the hallway. So if you can do this trick, I would highly recommend doing it. So what you do here, close this thing from the inside, get to the right side of the corner of this little cubby, and stay put once you open it. and then move the middle of your screen, the middle of your super shotgun, line it up with this corner right here. And then just hold up. And then that'll get you into this window. It's a very, very precise jump. And then do not strafe jump this, because you'll just hit one of these corners and fall off. Like I did it all the time. So once you get this jump, just turn so that you know your angle is perfect, and then you can just hold up and you're jumping it. And that skips a trigger that's like right, like the stairway coming up around, like halfway up the stairs is a trigger to spawn like lost souls all through here. And so that's why I do that trick. So yeah, it's very nice. Kill as many of these as you can as you run by. Make sure you hit that. And then you're going to want to bait these guys towards you and then run around the edge here. Kill another if you can as you go by. And then you're going to want to drag these guys around here, because if you don't, then all these mancubi will be blocking you from leaving. So if you drag these guys over here, then leave, they should spawn prevent one of the mancubus. And that's exactly what happens. And if you do the lost soul trigger skip jump trick thingy, then you won't have to worry about any lost souls here. If you do spawn lost souls here, you need to make sure they're like all dead before you leave this room. Otherwise you'll get owned. And if you do skip the, if you do the 32 unit bar clip, then you need to BFG after you open the door. If you do not skip this room, if you do not use the bar clip, then you're gonna want to BFG before you open the door, and you're gonna want your BFG to like blast like right now. But because I skipped half of the level, I need to wait for these guys to spawn, and if you don't wait for them to spawn, then your blast won't do any damage because they're still invulnerable. So wait till they're actually, you know, killable, then you shoot, and then flip back in here. And there you go. So, not much to this, just kill all these dudes. You probably want to stay here. Like, don't go out there and try to, like, be a hero. Just stay in the little safe area. And I would recommend coming to the left side and then hooking back around right. Like, make sure all these imps are dead before you go around right, because if you leave one of these imps alive and then you hook around back, one of these imps will follow you and you'll have to, like, double back to get them. So make sure they're all dead, then you can come back around here. Grab whatever health you need. Grab the rockets along the edges just for extra rockets. And it's debatable if you should use chain gun on these guys or not. You probably should use chain gun. It's probably safer. Probably even faster too, honestly. But there is higher upside to super shotgun. Like it's the fastest if everything goes right. That's why I use it, because, you know, I'm trying to go fast too. And then here, you're going to want your BFG shot to go off like as soon as these guys are even in your screen, because if you wait, they're going to hit you. So have this thing going off as soon as the door opens. I use 2 shots here just because I don't want to waste any more rockets. And I have a lot of cells to burn because I'm going so fast and I'm skipping so much stuff. But if you're like doing a safer run, you're probably going to want to use more BFG shots just to stay alive. So I wouldn't necessarily use 2 BFG shots in that area. I'd use 1 and then like rocket the guys to finish them off. Like if you can use rockets over a BFG shot and the only penalty is like a few seconds time loss, I'd recommend doing that, because it's better to have cells for safety. You know, it's better to have energy cells for like emergencies than it is for saving 2 seconds. You know, for me it's important to save 2 seconds, but not for you most likely, unless you're trying to beat my time. So yeah. This room is another example of very easy unless it goes wrong, and then it's permanently dead. You know, like you're going to die every time if it goes wrong. So what you're going to want to do is strafe over here, kill both these imps in a single shot, and then bait this Hell Knight a little over towards you, then hit that switch, and then just kind of run around. Actually, you do not want to bait that guy anymore. Then I kind of did it wrong there. So if you bait him too much, then you won't be able to run around him. But yeah, it just like practice this a bit. There's not much else you can really do. Sometimes you'll get blocked by that Caco over here. Like, just keep an eye on, I guess. The room's just bad. Like, it's gonna kill you sometimes. And another example of very easy unless it goes wrong is this part. When you hit the switch coming up, be very sure that your rocket splits the gap of these two Lost Souls. Because if you have a rocket launcher out and there's Lost Souls in front of you that aren't dead, you're dead. So make sure this rocket kills both, and like immediately switch to BFG for the next part here. If you see one of them live, then back switch to plasma rifle and then finish the last one off. But if you do kill them both, you can start firing your BFG like right here, and then it'll be firing like right around here, and it'll kill all these dudes. Now there's 2 Lost Souls on this side of the bridge here. The BFG shot will always kill the close one. There'll be one more left that you'll kill. Like you saw one of them die. Like, check this shit out. Look at that, right there. You can see that the Lost Soul dying. So you pull out your rocket launcher as you come back around, and keep shooting until nothing else gets hit. Like when you see rockets hitting the back wall there, then you stop shooting. And I got insanely lucky that I killed both of these Lost Souls with the shot I had, but almost always there'll be one Lost Soul left. So like most times you're gonna want to come around here with your super shotgun and blast the one Lost Soul there. And then this will open up. Kill this dude. It's not really worth it trying to skip him, honestly. Kill this dude too, because you have to wait for the doors anyway. And then for this dude, if you hear the Mancubus firing and you have low health, then just sit here and wait until he stops firing. And another trick is if you do hear him firing and you want to go fast, you can just shoot him here to stun him as you run by, and that'll save you. And this guy decides to be a hero. It doesn't happen very often, but just kill him if he's there. Then just run along the right side of here. Sometimes you'll just get hit by every single Caco there and you'll just die, but like it's not that common. It's just bad luck if it does. And BFG these guys. Be prepared to get stuck by whatever's left. Like I've died there a lot. Like that Hell Knight will kill you a lot. And then for this trick, this is the safest thing to do, believe it or not. It's actually safer to do this strat than it is to BFG these guys. Stand in this corner until the door closes, and then, I mean, if you screw up some movement up to before you get to that area, then like wait a couple extra seconds. Like you want to stand in that room for like 2 to 3 seconds to lure these next few guys to the right side of this room. But as a general rule, waiting till the door closes is fine. And you open this. Now, I made a crucial mistake here. Like, you don't want to like mess up your movement at all here. Like, I fucked up my door open press. I missed the press, so I could have lost the run because of that. Like, you want to lose no time. Like, be very careful with your movement coming up here, and then just open the door. Do very slow, deliberate, careful movement to the thing here. And just make sure you get off the teleporter. Like, don't accidentally go backwards into the teleporter, because then you're going to get surrounded by Hell Knights and Barons. Grab this. You can mash this door here in a certain spot to make it just mash use, and it'll rise faster. If you use the bar clip, then do what I'm doing here. If you don't use the bar clip, then watch like my older runs to find the route for that. But if you use the bar clip, you have to do everything right. Like you have to get this clip first try. And the setup, just make sure that your middle of your screen is like in the middle of the bar, basically. And I didn't mention, but you want to kill all of the imps that are on the bottom level here first. Sorry, it takes a bit to slow backwards here. Okay, so all the imps that are on this, like the ones behind me, make sure you kill all of them before you go up on this. Otherwise, they'll block you when you do your jump. So yeah, kill that imp that's up there, then BFG this guy, and then use rocket launcher, chain gun, shotgun to kill this dude. and then you should be fine. There's a video to set up this trick, or an image or something. Just ask me for it or find it on YouTube for the setup. And then kill this dude here. And the trigger to skip is, or not trigger to skip, but the trigger that raises the bars is this line. It's like a diagonal. So you want to be going on the left side of this hallway, because if you come over here, it's going to trigger sooner. So be like, line up your movement so that you know you're going to be right along here. And if you don't want to like risk failing this, then just walk along the close edge of this and then just immediately turn around and kill the Hell Knight behind you. But yeah, I like skipping the bars from blocking me. So another bar clip level. Make sure you get that secret open as you run by. Just make sure you don't get screwed. And kill every single imp in this hallway for sure. You don't want to get hit from behind as you do this trick. And again, reference my clip tutorial for this part. I get second try because I'm bad. You can see what I mean though, by like you need to pause for these to work. And then once you do clip through, you can use chain gun or plasma rifle, whatever you want. I'd recommend probably chain gun to just save energy cells because you don't really need to waste them. And then just like angle yourself so that if you do let go of the stick or hold up, you just like slowly drift or left. Like just be slightly left of perpendicular so that you can mash use. And wait, you want to listen very carefully for the click. So you have a click, that's the switch. And you have to make sure you hear the click before you can leave. Because if you have your sound off and you don't hear the click, you won't know that the switch was hit, and then you'll not open that gap or open that wall. Kill that dude as you wait for the elevator. Pretty self-explanatory. I don't know what I'm doing here. Like, I don't know if you should do this or not. I'd probably recommend not doing it, honestly. You can shoot a few rockets up here because you're going to want to get the Megasphere up here. But you also are going to be blocked by these two Arachnotrons. So I shoot a few rockets here just to like weaken them so that I don't have to shoot all my rockets up there. But I seriously don't know what the best strat is because I almost die doing this, you know? Like, it's not safe. So maybe it's better to shoot all of them up here. Like, kind of like this. And see, I still had to shoot like 5 times, so like, yeah. Nearly died. And just keep in mind there could be Hell Knights and Barons and Spectres and whatever else up here. So just be aware that there could be sudden death around the corner. If you do bar clip though, I think the odds are very, very high that nothing will be there. If you do normal route, that area is going to be very populated. And you're going to want to BFG through it or something. And then for the ending here, open this door and then just like back up and run around or kill time. Do something. I'd probably not recommend doing what I do here, which is just go in. See, I take a bunch of damage and now my chance of dying is like super high because I already took 100 damage going into this level, and this level kills you so much. So I don't know, I just forgot what I was doing. I went the wrong way. If you do the normal route, obviously refer to my older videos. But I would highly recommend bar clipping this if you can, because it's really easy. It's one of the easier 32 unit bar clips. Just make sure that you... Okay, so this is really important actually. You want the BFG and the energy cells on the little secret. So you hit this secret switch, but if you jump off this edge here or that edge, you're going to die like half the time. Because what happens is there's barons down there and they will like infinite height stuck you, and they'll be like meleeing you from below and they'll kill you. So what you need to do is you like jump up onto this, move over here, and jump off that way. Like you'll see. I'm like so... See, I'm like being so careful that I lost so much time that I had to reopen the bars because like they're not open for that long. You can't afford to lose more than a couple seconds. But yeah, I got it that time. You see which way I was going there. And then just do your bar clip. Just be sure you use the left bar and that you're turning right. It's a much higher odds than using any other bar or looking any other direction. And then once you flip, that area is nice and, you know, safe since there's no pain elementals. But then this room, you're gonna want your plasma rifle out, and then just like keep the lost souls in front of you. Like just don't let the lost soul get in your face or like to the side of you. Just like take it nice and slow. Keep them in front of you, and then pull out your BFG as soon as you have a clear shot. Like if you see like a lost soul like here and here and here and here and here, like kill all the lost souls that are going to be blocking your path before you pull out the BFG, and then pull out your BFG and shoot once or twice. I'd probably recommend twice here. If you do the old route, then it's possible to just run through here safely, because the way the level works, if you move the way you do in that route, these guys won't actually be here as often. But with 13 a bar route, these barons will always be here. So BFG here once or twice, and then just beeline to here. Like don't spend time killing shit around here. Just get to this elevator as soon as you can with your chain gun or plasma rifle out, and kill every single hit scanner in this room. Just, like unless you have like 200 health, 200 armor, like kill everything there. Then BFG this, and then you should be fine. Chain gun / plasma through there. So we're getting closer. This level, just hold up here obviously when you turn around. If you like skip this trigger, just don't panic, just like slowly go back around until you get back into the inside, because it's possible to skip that trigger for the elevator, or the teleporter rather. For these bars, you can mash them for them to go fast, to rise fast. There's a green armor back there. You're almost always going to have less than like 50 armor, so you're going to be getting that green armor most runs. For this run, I had very high health and armor, and you'll see why you want to have a bunch of armor up here. This does not look very safe, does it? But your only option is to go up here and risk it, because like there's so much death and destruction around you. You can't be sitting here like rocketing all day, so you have to just risk it. And so like try to stay on the inside of the stairs, like stay along the inside of these stairs, and then do a quick loop around, so that way it'll bait all these guys to the left side of this platform. And then you're gonna want to just like make a nice little parallel to the wall strafe, and then just hit the switch as you run by. Now here, if you get stuck on this part of the switch, you're dead like almost every time. I get stuck here and I'm like, the run's over. I'm like, it's over, dude. And I somehow get past without dying. I'm at like 50 health. So, yeah. Don't do what I did there. Here, what spawns the barons in the next area is grabbing the key. So grab everything else before you grab the key. Like you can go around the key here and get those. And then as soon as you hit the red key, you start priming your BFG. That way, you get your shot off before these guys can get into a bad position. Because if you let them get into a shitty position, then they're gonna screw you a lot more. So like get your BFG shot off as early as you can into their spawning process without obviously shooting too early. You don't want to shoot too early. But yeah, shoot one shot should be enough. If you get stuck after one shot, you're just gonna die. You're gonna die. I'm sorry. Like you can try to shoot a second shot, but you're probably gonna get killed by the arachnotrons or the darts or these dudes. And then once you get around these guys, whether you go on the right side or the left, you're gonna want to cross the other direction. So if you're on the right side here, cross left to here. If you're on the left side, cross right to here. Otherwise, you're gonna be in the line of fire of these arachnotrons. Like they're gonna be shooting at you. And if you take a straight line towards them, you're going to get blasted by every plasma they shoot. So you want to be going in the counter direction of where they're shooting. Because look what happens if I go over here. I'm going to be hitting that and that and that and that. I'm dead. Like, so see how I like avoided all that. And you can BFG these guys too if you want. But I'm pretty consistent at getting around them. And the pain chance is usually high enough with one of these shots that I don't get melted here. And then just cut through the middle here. It looks risky, but it's actually pretty safe. There's one exception though. If you enter this room and you see a lost soul on the ceiling in this middle area, don't go through the middle. Like go around. Because if he's on the ceiling here, that means you can't shoot him. Like your plasma rifle can't hit up there. if you're close to them, so you had to go around. But there's obviously nobody here, so you can cut through there safely. Now this is going to be kind of weird. You're going to want to hit this door, and you're going to want to stay put for like a half second, which sounds really scary with Arachnotron there. But the reason you do this is so that the Arachnotron plasma bullets hit the Barons. If they don't hit the Barons won't infight with them, and they won't come out all the time. You don't want, and I actually left a bit too soon because I was kind of scared with this low health, but like you kind of can't be scared. So hopefully the plasma aggroes the Barons and you can just run around here, collect all this health you need, give the Barons some time to leave that room, and do not risk this at all. Like there's no point. Like in the world record run, I'm doing it that slow, so like obviously you don't have to do it any riskier than that. Here I would recommend not using BFG shots for any of this start. Like this is just for saving time. I would rocket these if you're just trying to be consistent. If you're going for just a slower time, just rocket them. Chain gun out here for those guys. And just turn around and kill a few of these guys so that they don't block you as you come out of here. And this, I don't know what the best weapon for this room is. Like I've tested so many different weapons, like rockets. Rockets can work, but it's so risky. Like if you face rocket on one of the corners, it's bad. So I'd recommend either chain gun or BFG. I think chain gun is the safest option. Just chain gunning everyone slowly. BFG also works, but it exposes you a bit. Like if you BFG, you're kind of exposed to all these hit scanners a little more than you are with the chain gun. So, and then if you do use a chain gun, you probably want to kill this cackle with rockets before you hit the switch. But again, I'm trying to go fast here, so I just like let this guy live and just risk it. Very important is the edge of this thing you're going to jump off is a trigger to open the door. Do not go off this edge very quickly. See how I like inch off it? Otherwise that little door won't open and the Barons won't come out. And also it is possible for this door to be kept open. So if you jump off the edge and you see this door open, just go out. It'll close very soon if you don't get out in time. Because what happens is like there is no block enemy trigger here. So an enemy can actually like keep this door open if you're lucky. But most runs that won't happen. So what you do is you just hide behind this bookcase and wait for the Barons to come out. And then you can get through here pretty easily. Here is the Hellway. This is another time you want to just keep your enemies in front of you. Like, don't let your enemies get to the side of you or in your face. Just keep them at a safe distance in front of you. Ensure that they're dead before you continue. Of course, I risk it more because I'm risking it all the time. But now look at this run. Like I look safe, right? I have 100 health, which it's 100 health, right? And I'm like, right, there's nobody left in front of me. I look like I'm home free, right? I'm almost dead. I have 13 health. Like this is how bad this level is. So you can just get 0 or 100 to 0 or 200 to 0 there. So like just be prepared to die there sometimes. Getting stuck in that room is like instant death most times. So yeah, once you get the soul sphere in the armor though, you're pretty home free. Try not to get these guys attacking you, it's pretty bad. And then yeah, probably super shotgun through here. Take this part super safe, no reason to risk it because you have to wait for these guys to die anyway. And then I would always go off the right window here, it's just safer. And then open this and then just like run backwards, like do a J backwards and right and come back around. This will bait the pinkies to a nice dodgeable location. And just super shotgun your way up here. Rocket all this crap. Rocket that dude. Open the bookcase as you run past. It has a bunch of energy and rockets in it. Some rackets. And this here, I don't know what the best weapon to use for this either. I'd probably use chain gun. Chain gun's the safest, but it's not the fastest. Chain gun is to guarantee you don't die probably, but super shotgun is like the fastest, and plasma rifle is kind of like a mix of both. It's like it's slightly, it kind of in between safe and fast. But I use super shotgun here just to get past really quickly. And then for this part, do a little C turn, like do like a whoop around where these guys spawn. And then also, do not go fast entering this room because there is a trigger on this room entering to start this sequence here. So just enter the room very slowly so that this is not skipped. And then as soon as you see the thing rise like to the top of your screen and start priming your shot, don't shoot too early or you're not gonna get any of them. So you can go early here, you won't fall off. So just don't worry about that. You just get like stuck on the ledge. Here you're gonna want to definitely use this trick. So it's very easy. Just grab all the energy you can before you do this trick, and then switch to super shotgun, and then just line up your shot, middle of the screen, right here. Shoot. Make sure you're stuck. General rule to know that you're stuck is when you're bobbing really fast. If you're bobbing like you're not stuck properly. You need to be going like poof, poof, poof. That's how you know you got full speed. That's how you clip every time. Okay, so Spawn Fear. Unfortunately, cannot show you the route you'll probably be using because you're not going to be using this trick. So, basically just ask me, like, if you get to this level and you're using the old route and you die at a bunch of levels or die at a bunch of parts, which you probably will, just like ask me, or I might make an addendum to this video, like specifically how to do Spawn Fear the old way. Because, you know, this is one of the most deadly levels in the game. So you're going to be dying a lot and you're going to want to know a lot of things. But if you do use the world record route, BFG those guys, and kill every single thing in this room, whether it's behind a fence, kill everything in this room except for the cacodemons. Grab that, and so now you're going to want to pull out your shotgun here. And you're going to want to change your neutral to up left so that you can hold down right while you keep your strafe locked. And this will allow you to be strafing into the fence backwards with full speed. And then you want to just slide back and forth so that you bait them closer to the wall. Like sliding back and forth both protects you and also drags them closer to this fence. Just slide back and forth until they get really close to the fence. I kind of prematurely shot that guy. I should not have shot him. You need him to be like on this ledge, like on the grass is too far away. You need him to be really close so that you get the lag you need. So I wait one more cycle here. Now he's like almost on this thing, so I'm like, fuck it. I have 67 health. I have to do it now, right? If I don't clip him this time, I'm dead. Like I'm dead. But thankfully, I do clip him right there. I do save the run. And from this point on, kill everything in this room too. BFG this guy just to save time, or rocket him if you don't want to waste any cells. This guy up here, you do not have to kill. But this was the first run I'd ever gotten to this point. So I'm like, fuck it, dude. I'm just killing him. Because what happens is like, when you clip back in, he can be there and he can kill you, like, rarely. So I just kill him. There's no real like setup to getting out of bounds. Like I don't know if it's better to turn after you shoot or not. Just do whatever you want. Once you clip, obviously refer to my video on how to do this. There's a setup video that you can find on my YouTube. And just to make sure you have the proper gap between your shotgun and the shotgun shells here. Set your angle while you're in pause. Buffer the angle with your stick before you unpause. Then go backwards. Use whatever timing mechanism you want. I use like 7.5 sways of the shotgun. You can use pistol shots, which I actually do use later in the other memory deletion thing. And then just retrace your steps exactly. And if you don't kill the Baron upstairs, the Baron will be down here. And so you're going to want to like make sure you don't waste time. Like if the Baron's over here, you don't want him to like come over here while you're clipping. So make sure he's in a safe distance away. And then when you flip back in here, you're like, oh shit, these guys are gonna kill me, right? No, they can't, because there's too many lost souls on the level. They cannot spawn any lost souls. They're just useless. So they can't do anything. So you can just like squeeze through them here. Obviously in the old route, you know, you have to BFG that room and it's like super risky. So yeah, I don't know. Like even if you're a new player, I would very strongly recommend attempting to learn this trick. Like, it's super complicated. There's a really dumb, you know, out of bounds bullshit. You have to clip like 2 different walls and fences, but this level is so dangerous and you have so much time to attempt all these things. Like, the level's like 6 minutes long if you play it safely. You know, just give it a try. Like, it's much easier to do this level if you know how to do this trick than it is to do this level the old way. And obviously it saves several minutes, so why not? Spiral here, just pick up all the rocket packs you can. And if you get stuck on the left side, like sometimes the Mancubus will be on the left side of the spiral, and you don't want to like try to get past him if he's blocking you on the left side of the spiral, so just go around him. Like, don't commit to your side that you choose too long or you're gonna get killed. And then once you stop getting rocket updates, like once you have full rockets, you can stop going for them, obviously. Hit the switch, just jump off, make sure you don't get screwed. Just play it very safe. There's no reason to risk it. You're not playing the IL. And very important here, if you see this guy here, this guy is the Widowmaker. He's the dude that will end your run if you don't pay attention. Just avoid him. Like, he has infinite height. He can kill you instantly. I have 200 health. That doesn't matter. He can kill me in 1 second. Like, in 1 frame, I can go from 200 to 0. So just make sure that you go left of this dude. And, like, I could have died there. Like, I just didn't do what I was supposed to do there. But I just don't get to this point often enough to remember that. And obviously, for this dude, you want to be on one side of the room, preferably the left, so that he comes over here and you go around, you know, typical baiting. Like, I don't want to have to explain every bait, because, you know, after a while you kind of just understand a bait is a bait. Just bait him over into the sides, you get around. Do this trick, it's kind of like 50-50 chance whether you get it. And I would recommend using this trick even if you're a new player, because you can retry this trick as much as you want. If you do want an armor pack, a mega armor, there is a mega armor in the Hell Knight room that you can get, and you have to kill the 2 Hell Knights with a BFG shot, or is it 4 Hell Knights, I forget, and watch me die or whatever, but just kill all the Hell Knights in there, and then, or is it I think it's 2 Barons, that's right. So kill those dudes, then you can get the mega armor in there, and then you can come over here and grab the Soul Sphere. Do not go too deep into this hallway though. If you grab the Soul Sphere and go like further into the hallway, you'll aggro a Baron around the corner. So like inch into that and grab it. And then for this trick, there is a video for it as well. Just kind of line up the middle of your screen with like this seam you see here, or like a little bit left of it maybe. And then just don't turn at all. Don't turn at all. Keep your angle during the entire duration of your turn. And then just keep strafing the wall. You don't want to be. You can't. What's the word I'm looking for? You can't keep your. You can't hold up here. Like normally you clip into these walls by holding up, right? But like you can only clip into this room by shooting and then just like strafing in your diagonal strafe. You'll figure it out if you try it. Okay, the next level here, I do not recommend this trick. Not for anyone unless you're going for sub 40. Shit, I'm a slob. Because yeah, this trick doesn't even save that much time for me. But it does save time, and it is worth going for a fast time. But yeah, refer to my old runs. Or just ask me. I can give you some tips again for how to do this level. Like basically, you're going to want to... Yeah, just ask me. Like I can't think of everything you have to know. And I don't want to have to pull up a different video to find it right now. But just ask me about this level if you have trouble with it. There are videos I have of it using the old route too. So if you do this route, then again, you're going to get super trolled on these 16 unit bars just trying to get stuck. Now, the weird thing with this part is you have to do the 32 unit bar trick on the 16 unit bar, which makes no sense, but like the reason you do this is it's the only way to get enough speed to clip the wall behind you, I guess. So you have to get stuck, you have to shoot, you have to turn a little bit to like where the middle of your shotgun is on the right side of this thing. And then you have to hope that you stay stuck. And see, I didn't stay stuck there, and I have no reason why. Like, I don't know why it happens. So I have to just get stuck again. And shoot, turn right. And now this time I do stay stuck, which allows me to clip through here. And you want to clip onto the left side, because you can't actually go on the other side. There's like an invisible wall right here. You can't go to the other side. So you want to be on the right side here. And then I have a video for this as well with the visual cue. The visual cue I use like the left part of my glove with the pistol out. Like line up the left part of your glove with this little visual cue on the side, the little window, and then do your typical back right strafe. And I use like 19 or 20 pistol shots here, and then I pause once I do 19 or 20 and retrace steps. And then clip in the same way you clip in pitfalls. You have to like stay in your diagonal. A good way to do it is like shoot and then move forward into the lag that you create. Like if you shoot in front of you, the lag dust will be like in front of you, but then if you move forward, the lag dust comes closer to you and it creates a lot of lag. So that's kind of the easiest way to clip back in. And then clip through these bars, getting stuck. And if you do the memory deletion properly, you get this wall deleted. Now this part is stupid as fuck. Like, you have to have the middle of your screen like right on this pixel, like right here. And then you have to like hold perfectly upright on your stick with the neutral on down left. So your 45-degree angle, neutral diagonal right strafing with your middle of your screen right here. And this is very important because then you shoot once and you should clip in. If your angle is off in any direction, then you're not going to clip back in. And then just like make sure that you don't get killed by these guys. Because you have to like change your strafe. So it may be prudent to like pause and then change your strafe back to down so that you're not vulnerable to these guys. But I just risk it because I don't want to waste more time. But yeah, again, if you do the old route, just ask me about it and I'll tell you. Or I might make another video about it too. Same applies to this level too. There is an old route that I won't be showing that does not use the bar clip. It's actually not... There's nothing in it that's like hard though, so it shouldn't be a problem. Like the rocket trap room isn't that hard, so... If you do use my route, just kind of get through here. Like what you want to do is kind of... I didn't do it properly, but what you want to do, if I can get back here, is wait for this first guy to come out. Wait for him to come out and go around him, and then you should have an open path to the door. Now, I kind of waited too long, so that guy got in the way. He usually isn't in the way, though. And I use my clip route here. You're just going to come up here and open that and just immediately go to the Megasphere. And you just never have enough health to skip the Megasphere. Like, you need the Megasphere for this part. BFG once or twice, depending on how many dudes are in your way. And just be sure you get this first try. Like, this is not a... You're not using the new bar clip method. You're just doing the traditional setup here. So you're just going to shoot here, and you're going to turn right a little bit. That should clip you through, and then just kill what's in your way, and then pull out your BFG once you kill these last couple imps. And just BFG everything in here. Just like fire away, whatever it takes. 3 shots, 4 shots, 5 shots. Like everything in here needs to die. And you get that 100 energy cell in the corner too to kind of make up for your energy losses that you have in here. And then you make sure you clip out in 1 or 2 tries, otherwise you get killed from behind. And then make sure once you clip, switch 4 times to BFG. If you switch to the wrong weapon, you're dead. And I've done that before. You can just keep your super shotgun out too, which I opted to do because I used a bunch of BFG shots in that room and I didn't want to waste any more. So yeah, you can keep your shotgun out if you want to just keep it simple too. And then yeah, after that, it's pretty simple for the rest of this level. Just rocket everything up here. It's the easiest way to do it. This guy, you probably want a shotgun. You can rocket this guy too, but it's pretty risky because you're going to take a bit of splash. I just play nice and easy because I'm on An insane pace run. I don't want to die. Rocket that dude. Rocket these guys. Stay back, otherwise you get shot by the guys that are in those corners there. And if you have over 100 health, get the soul sphere after you come back out instead of before you come in. So that way you'll have 200 when you come out, or close to it. You'll like be more efficient with the health you get. And here comes the most painful part. So normally you can just jump off. Like if you BFG shot one time, or jump off in Super Shotgun one time, you have a home free path to the end. And I just, yeah, you want to use the left window because the right window is a lot riskier. But what happens is I got blocked on the left and on the right. And I'm like, oh no, not today, dude. So I'm like, okay, fine, I'll play it safe. BFG, right? I should be okay, right? No, I'm still stuck! Like, this is not a normal run, dude. You should be fine after that. So just like, here I am, my third attempt, still, I'm just like waiting for a hole here. And I just somehow get through, like I should have died there. And then for this part, you're going to want to stand on the left side here or on the right side of the room and just like bait these guys over and get past. If you make a mistake there, you're dead as well. Don't make a mistake there. So that's pretty much all you can say about that. Now, on Holy Temple, I would recommend using the world record route no matter what skill level you are, because it's much quicker and it's not hard at all. Just be really safe with these rocket shots. Get any health you need along the way if you're low health, like I do. Now there's 6 specters up here, so count everyone you kill. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got very lucky that they were all in one spot. Sometimes they'll be like around the other end of the ring. And if you have extra BFG shells here, you can blast these guys, but obviously I had to use a lot of mine before, so I had to rocket them. And it's probably safer to rocket them, honestly. Just make sure you don't turn around a corner blind and rock. Like, you don't want to turn around a corner and rocket like before you've double checked where they are, because otherwise you can face rocket or get stuck and get killed, you know. And honestly, get all this energy, it's free. There's a bunch of it. And up here, get that green armor and do your clip here. Same as any other 16 bar clip. And chain gun or super shotgun, I don't know what the best weapon, probably chain gun, honestly. And then do your color codes. Yellow, red, blue, blue, yellow, red, red, blue, yellow. Clip back out. If you do fall off, then you can just go into the teleporter and re-enter. Like, just, there's no reason to be risky with all, like, you don't have to do the color combo as fast as I do it. Just play it safe. And yeah, it's debatable whether I should get the armor here. Like, I probably should have skipped this armor, honestly. Like, you want to skip this armor so that you can get it after you take all the damage, so that you have 200 armor for no escape. You know, you want to have as much armor as you can. And I don't know why I got that armor. I think I was just not, I was nervous, you know, I wasn't thinking straight, so I got it. And it's bad because now any damage I take here is armor I could have had later, but I don't think I do take damage, if I remember, so it did work out. But yeah, like, just make sure that, like, before the switch is about to be activatable, that you've baited the pinkies to the back end of the room. You don't want all the pinkies to be over here when you need to hit the switch, otherwise you can't get out. So see how, like, I have a very straight path out because I baited them at the right time. Then you just get your red key here. Be very deliberate with this exit down so you don't get crushed. Like, don't try to do it too fast so you'll actually go slower. And then trigger to not skip. This is like right here or something. Just go slowly around this turn. And rocket these guys. You can actually rocket these Hell Knights from down here before you even go up, I think, if I recall, right? And I would highly recommend killing these Hell Knights no matter what. Like, even I should have killed them in this run, but I just wanted the run to be like the God run, you know. I'm just like, fuck it, man, go big or go home. And for this part, a guaranteed way to never hit the wall in accident is to hold left or right strafe only. So if you're facing this way, just hold C left or whatever your left strafe is. Don't hold the stick at all, except just enough to hold, like hold down on the stick or hold whatever to just stop in place, and then just left strafe while you're stopped in place. And then that should, and wait for you to stop. Like you left strafe onto this platform and then you stop, and then you go again. Because if you just like hold left strafe the whole time, you'll have a bit too much speed and you'll hit your head. So like left strafe onto this, then stop, then do it again, and you'll always land right where you want to land. And jump off here, activate both of those, and jump off that. If there are Hell Knights alive and they come onto the bridge and they're like on the bridge with you, there's a chance that they hit their head on the ceiling and it makes the lift go back down before you can jump off to the platform. So keep that in mind. So like you either have to kill them to prevent that, or just get lucky when they do come out that they don't do that. And then chain gun, probably plasma rifle if you have a lot of energy. Just make sure you kill all these hit scanners. And then you only have to kill the third Baron to spawn the bridge here, or the stairs. And there you go. No escape time. So there's no way I can make this level easy for you. This level is like the hardest in the game to live if you're doing the record strat. If you do like the super noob route where you have the Unmaker, you can kill like everything in this room and then like line up along the bars and just shoot your Unmaker through the bars. But you're obviously you want to save a lot of time, so you want to push your luck here. Like you have to learn how to fight Cyberdemons if you're going to be a good player in this game. So I'd recommend killing those last two imps too. I don't know why I didn't. I just like wanted to. I took so much time killing those other imps. I'm just like, I can't waste more time, dude. But you want to kill all these imps so that you don't get screwed. And the general rule of thumb for fighting Cyberdemons is you wait for them to shoot you. Like, do not take that fight as a way to kill them. That was like an improv, oh my god, I'm losing so much time, I need to kill him right now. But you'll see in these next couple, hold on, let me show you one thing really quick. This guy here, kill him, or shoot him as you run past to stun him. And you notice in the when I first started this level, I killed this guy, because right here you have to go past, you have to get to the switch. That's why you shoot that guy in the beginning. Just I forgot to mention that. But yeah, for fighting Cyberdemons, this is the way you're supposed to do it on these next two. You wait for them to shoot you, and then as soon as their third shot is over is when your BFG shot needs to be hitting. So you start priming after his, like there's a volley of 3, and as soon as the first one of the volley is fired, you start priming. And then you want to, like, he starts firing at you, you want to just like slowly drift left. Or like you can sidestep, like you can go left, right, left, and then boom, you know. Like you'll see on this next one how I do it. I think on the second shot I do it the way you're supposed to. He like has to come all the way out. Like just wait for him to shoot you. If you try to shoot him before he shoots you first, you have no way of guaranteeing he won't immediately shoot you once you get up close. So wait for him to shoot you. And then that third shot, just dodge that third shot on the left side, and then you can just like sneak into his, because you notice how he's shooting with his left arm, which means it's on your right. Like he's shooting with his left, so it's on the right side of your frame of view, or field of view. So that's why you're going left. Because if you dodge the third rocket on the right, and then BFG him on the right, you're more vulnerable to his rocket. You want to be farther away from that rocket in case he does react quickly and shoot you. So that's why you drift left. It's just a general rule of thumb. And here we are in the Absolution. Get all your energy and rockets you need. The one key to this level, this whole box here, is a trigger. Do not skip that trigger. If you go too fast and you skip this and you're like waiting for the enemies to spawn, you'll like wait like 10 seconds and you don't hear anything spawning. You're like, wait a minute, where are they at? that means you skip that trigger. And then once you get over here, you're going to want to pull out your BFG and just wait until you see pain elementals. You're going to want to wait till you can see them like coming around the corner even. And the purpose of this is to draw out all the pain elementals from the secret room that they come from before the... What happens is that if you start fighting them immediately, they don't come out all at once. You know, they'll like linger behind in the secret room and come out sporadically later. And they're much harder to deal with when you're not invulnerable for obvious reasons. So see how I've baited out like 10 of them at once here? This is like almost all of them already dead. And then just use your BFG while you're invulnerable. Like, you may think like it's better to use rockets, because rockets you can like face, you can get up close, but it's actually not better to use rockets, because like you're going to be wasting a lot of time shooting lost souls that come out. Like, you're going to be like getting blocked by lost souls, like getting in your face with all these rockets. So the BFG is like just better to use on the pain elementals. And then in general, for this part, you're going to want to kind of like swing back and forth from the left to the right, like staying back on this back half. You don't want to be spending too much time up here, because it's going to make the enemies come out slower. So kind of just keep everything on one half of the level. And anytime you see a pain elemental, BFG it. Just like always BFG a pain elemental. And just keep everything on one side of the room. Because what happens is that like over here, I start coming over here, and now it lets enemies get over here on the back side. And it just messes up the whole sequence. And sometimes you can't help it. Sometimes shit just gets in your way. You have to go on, you know, the wrong side. But just keep it in mind. It's just a general strat. And you can't really help when you get bad luck on shit spawning or shit not spawning here. I didn't realize that imp was over there. I'm like, where's the last guy? I didn't realize that imp was left over there. So I lost like, what, 6 seconds here looking for this last imp. But, well, I'm not going to cry about it. And for this mother demon, you're going to want to like stay out of your line of sight until your BFG is ready to hit. So like kind of line of sight her with the pillar until your BFG is almost ready to fire. And then you can like last second get close. And you want your first shot to do like mega damage. That way your second shot will kill. Because if you have to do 3 shots, you're much more likely to get bounced around, and you could die that way. Like, so 2 shots, nice and easy. GG. And that's it. So yeah, that's all I can think of. That's all the stuff I'm like thinking of all the time. Now there's for everything I've said, there's like 10 times more knowledge you'll need. But I can't articulate it all at once, because like there are things that just happen 1 in 100 times, and you'll have to just know by experiencing it to know how to avoid it. And I can't tell you every 1 in 100 thing that can happen, because I'd be here all day. Like you have to just play runs, and you'll build this knowledge base, and you'll know how to react whenever these things happen. And sometimes when they happen, you just can't react and you just die, and that's doom. You can't help it. But this is a good starting point, I think. So just use this as a template, and again, for those 2 or 3 levels that I don't have old route knowledge to give you right now, just ask me about it. I can give you a video for it, or just tell you my own knowledge. And yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. You know where to find me on Twitter, Discord, YouTube, just Twitch. Hit me up anywhere you want. Hopefully somebody will use this in the future to get a good time. I would definitely like to see someone get another sub 50 or sub 40 even. So I guess good luck if you do try. Thanks for watching.